Hi, thanks for dropping into the spotlight today. I'm Nicole Pogue. I am the founder of the new Arizona Veterans Resource Center and CEO of this agency. I wanted to check in with you guys this week. We don't have a guest today, but I think it's important to stay consistent and let you see me and hear me so I can remind you that we're here and we have services available to our veterans, to the families, and to the public. And operations are underway. We are moving, we are sailing along. There's just been some wind has forgotten our sails for a moment. This migration has been taking a toll on us. But there has been a lot of great things happening. We were just awarded the ADVS grant for $150,000 along with a few of our community partners. Congratulations to Veterans 5 to 9, Marcus Brown, and Home of Record Project, Veronica Morgan and Gary Schnell. They are in the East Valley here, and together all three of us are having conversations on how we are going to rebuild what it looks like to have collaborative veteran efforts. And also want to give a shout out to Kaimisha Guy at Quiet Waters for helping us with our event we did a few weeks ago with Project 24/7. Michelle Cleveland, mother of suicide victims, she implored her to create an app to help prevent veteran suicide. She's also part of the Southwest Veterans Chamber of Commerce, where I got to meet all of these amazing community partners. And with all this funding that the state's given us, we have some real work ahead of us. And I wanted to check in and let you guys know that when we get out from behind the reels and we get into the real world and step back, get a little vantage point, and remember our why we got into this work. Because I don't know about you, but there is a thing called compassion fatigue. It's very real. And I needed to take a step back. Since I took over this agency in December of 2023, I have been here nonstop, tirelessly working to make this mission come alive. And for the first time in all that time, I was able to step away. I just got back from a 10-day vacation back home in Washington State, where I got to come back to the root of myself. And it was really good for me. I needed to do that for myself and feel my feet in my ski boots, find out where I stood with myself. And I was being driven internally because my drive here is for others, and I had to remind myself that I'm a veteran too, and that I still have some mental health struggles that I deal with on the daily, and I needed to connect back with my center. And my center is my anchor, is my dad, and reconnecting with him, and the foundation that was built and instilled in me came from there. And to see where I am today and see where I had come from, and to see all my friends in the community back home, they're still there cheering me on, telling me how far I've come and reminding me of where I used to be, and to see where I am today. I didn't really give myself an opportunity to look back that way because I was afraid that if I did, I'd fall back into it. But it was complete opposite. I was able to say, wow, girl, look at you. It's okay to give myself some credit. Humility isn't always good, and it doesn't always do a great service to us. So maybe I was being a little too humble, or maybe I wasn't being humble enough. Whatever word we want to insert there, all I know is how it feels in my body today. I feel grounded. I feel light. I feel reignited, and I'm ready to put this donation to work for the community and wrap it around the other community partners and see how we can make the greatest impact. And with the events that are happening here and the build that is underway and our staff that's here, tirelessly, our veterans, our volunteers that show up continuously, our production team back here, Happy Jack Media, and the new ASU intern we have on board, and a VA work study who's doing production at his tech school, in just having all of these people around us working in and out of themselves and in their family units and growing and building and sharing their stories. And we were just all sitting around here talking about what we have in common and why this center is necessary, so we can have those communications, these little fireside chats, if you will. I needed that today. And I didn't know I needed that. But when I woke up this morning, I said my gratitudes, And I'm like, today's going to be a good day. And within an hour, I felt like this wave come over me and I got tired. And had I been where I used to be, I would have stayed home. I would have phoned it in. I would have called in. But I was like driven to come here today. And because I showed up today, I got to have the best day. I got to be of service to other people. I got to hear another veteran's story. Then I got to see other veterans connect from that story. And then we laughed and we cried and we got to do that in this cool, safe space. And I'm really proud of that. And I'm really proud of the people that feel safe enough to share their story, because not only did it help them unload, it helped me continue my mission here. And what I took back from my break was, we all need to tell each other, we all need to remind each other that it's okay to step away and take a beat, that they have our six and it's not going to fall apart. And that if I ever felt like I was holding alone, I know now that I was never alone. And I want you to know that you're not alone. Because if I'm not here, there are other people here who are holding this place down. And I want you to come be a part of it. I want you to feel this. It's truly amazing. And thank you to the Arizona Department of Veteran Services for that gift. And I want to send a special shout out to our anonymous donor who, she not only saved my life, she saved this center and allowed me and these veterans to build their lives, to restore themselves, to reconnect, rebuild, and rise, and share it across the nation. This place needs to be replicated throughout the state, and it needs to be sent forth across the nation. What I just witnessed here tonight was just amazing. It's so ineffable. You would really have to come in here and experience it yourself. So I implore you to come down, say hi, share your story, see what we're about, see what's missing. Let us know what you need. If you're struggling with something, come share it with us. And if you're excited about something, if you've overcome something, if you came back from wherever you've been and you want to celebrate it with people, come do that with us. Let's do that. It's beautiful what I get to do as a veteran who's gone through a lot. And I want to be able to share my story with you, and I want to hear yours. And there are a lot of events coming up in March, Women's History, and we're collaborating with a bunch of partners. And there's also the Veteran Standout, it's the biggest one of the year, is happening at the fairgrounds. There's also local things happening here in the community for veterans, like the Arts and Service Program at the Mesa Arts Center. And there's March is a big month. Also, I'm turning 43. I know I don't look it. You don't have to say it. But it is my birthday month. I celebrate every day of the month. So if you want to come by and give me a gift, my favorite colors are, I'm just kidding. But the ultimate gift would be able to see you in person. So I just wanted to come in and check in and say, when you're done scrolling, check in with your body. Ask yourself what your needs and wants are. If they're not being fulfilled, let's find out if there's a piece missing, some kind of adventure maybe. I love rec therapy. I love skiing. It's just when I go into my meditation, I can feel my feet in my snow boots on the powder and in that tree line. It's what I need. I don't know if you like side by side, but there's an agency out here that does that for veterans. I also am going to a Ryan Holiday on stage. He's my Stoic philosopher. I get to see him this weekend. That's something I get to do for myself. And I have some friends here who are going to the Renaissance Fair this weekend. It's going on for another month. That's an interesting thing I've always wanted to go and check out. And there's many more things that we have here that we can share with you. So you're not out there searching for it. We can give it to you in real time. And I just want to let you know that you're enough. And if you don't feel like that, maybe take a step back, take a break, take a breath, come back to the root of yourself and remind yourself what your objective is. And if you're struggling to get there, let us help you take that first step down into a couple smaller components, and we'll do it together. And just remind you that everybody's going through something, but we don't have to do it alone. And we got your six. And we'll see you next time with a cool guest here live in the Defender's Den next time on The Spotlight.